All right, y'all, it is time to talk about the Vanson Maverick, a Type 3 jean trucker jacket made in leather. It's gonna be the latest model offered through my shop, but I think it's also a really compelling model if you're looking for something inexpensive direct from Vanson. So let's get to it. From a style perspective, this is a classic denim trucker jacket that's just made in leather. So if you're at all familiar with that, then you know what to expect from this jacket. Let's talk a little bit about the features on the jacket. It has very limited pockets. So it has these two big flap chest pockets, which I'll be honest, I'm not sure what you could fit in there other than something small like folded paper or a single key or something like that. It has no exterior pockets otherwise, no hand warmer pockets, and it does have this interior pocket here. So something to talk about with the lack of an exterior pocket here. Why? So it is true to the original style of the Type 3. Really, any Type 3 jacket that has hand warmer pockets is a modified Type 3. So if you're interested in that, well, there you go. It's more true to the original. I think from a functional standpoint and a practicality standpoint, there's actually an interesting discussion to be had here, which is hand warmer pockets are nice. Yes, it is a good place to put your hands. You do tend to have pockets on your jeans or pants or whatever to put your hands or whatever else. On a style like this, which is a slim fit style, and we'll get to size recommendations in a little bit, adding pockets here, it's not just cutting a slit and having a place for your hand to go. You are also adding stitch work and you are adding pocket bags, which adds bulk to this midsection area. And on this jacket, which is a slim fitting jacket, I kind of appreciate the fact that there isn't anything there. It really harkens to, like for example, a lot of cafe racer styles, which are intended to be slim fitting and often don't have hand warmer pockets. So could be one way, could be the other. I think that this is one of those personal preference things, but to me, I think it really fits with the style, and I appreciate that there are no hand warmer pockets here. Other things that are in this features zone, snap closure, snaps throughout, snaps everywhere, snaps on the wrists, snaps straight down the middle, snaps on these pockets, and snaps here on the back. There could also be a discussion about snaps versus buttons, versus the donut style buttons. You know, there's a lot of different options for closure. This is a simple, straightforward kind of closure. I really appreciate it. They're easy to work, although they are quite robust. Like, let's see if we can get a little snap action here. Not looking at what I'm doing here. Here, snap. And that's just one button, and it's staying. If you button several of them, you're good to go. So those are really the features of the jacket. From a material standpoint, this jacket direct from Vanson is in their competition weight cowhide. Let's look a little closely at it. You can see it's kind of got some grain, and this is really standard, I think, for current iterations of Vanson's comp weight cowhide, which is, it has these really big pores, and it kind of has this strong finish. This is a robust leather, and it is maybe not the most beautiful leather, in my opinion, but it is very hard wearing, will last a long time. This is the kind of leather, this kind of modern day iteration of Vanson's comp weight that doesn't really show age, which can be great. It can be something that if you just want a jacket, you want to buy it, you want it to look the same. This is really a leather that will mostly stay the same. It will develop some rolls. It will develop some degree of change with time, but relatively minimal. It's not really for that, so to speak. It's meant to be tough against abrasion and puncture and to last a long time and to stand up to the elements, and it does all those things really well. The leather for the jacket that I'm working on and offering through my shop is actually going to be black Chrome XL horsehide. So if you're at all familiar with Chrome XL, you know, it is impregnated with oils and fats. It is a T-core leather, so the black is essentially painted on to the exterior of a lighter brown core, and with time it will age, I think, more beautifully than you would see from this leather direct from Vanson. Of course, there is an increase in cost. That Chrome XL horsehide likewise does have, it's very robust, and It can stand up to the elements. I will say also, and this is an interesting thing, Chrome Excel comes in a range. The standard offering is essentially 3 to 3.5 ounces, and you might get leather anywhere in that range. And you can actually get it, sometimes it becomes heavier, sometimes it's lighter, but that's the expected kind of target range. For the Maverick that we're offering through dudsbydell.com, I asked for leather close to the 3 ounce range rather than 3 to 3.5, and they pretty well got close to that. And reason being, this is a trimmer fit jacket, and it does have a lot of areas where leather is layered on leather. So any additional thickness is often like doubled or occasionally like even possibly tripled when you're talking about all these stitches over stitches. So I felt like the aiming for that 3 ounce range instead of 3 to 3.5 would be ideal for this style. The lining on this jacket direct from Vanson is a black rayon. It's their standard kind of lining that they use, and it's a robust, long-term, breathable material, neatly sewn in, and it's comfortable as it is. The one for my modified version, the collab version for the shop, is this really kind of beautiful 5.37 ounce cotton, this 7 berry. It's got a red stripe. You can see it here, I'm putting it up. So just some minor changes. There are no design changes for the version from my shop. It will look exactly like this, but expressed in different materials. Talking about build quality, how does this jacket wear? How does it jacket? It's really, I would say, the standard expectation from Vanson, which is super functional, well put together, not always the most like highly beautiful in the way that like Rainbow Country and Freewheelers and some of these like laser-like precisions that you get from Lost Worlds and all of these like super highest tier brands. Himmelbros comes to mind. But it works really well. The jacket's well put together. I mean, they have a warranty for construction on their jackets, so they do stand behind it. I occasionally found, and I haven't seen any on this particular jacket, but I'll occasionally find on my Vanson jackets spots like on the sleeve end where the thread has been cut. They finished assembling a piece, the thread's been cut, and you might see that little bit of loose thread at the end. If that sort of thing bothers you, you can always just take a little pair of scissors or something and snip it off. But that is the kind of expectation. For a jacket that has no action back and no underarm footballs, as you can see, it is comfortable. It is easy to wear. Unlike keeping this this microphone on, easy not to keep the microphone on. Let me see if I can attach it in a different spot. We'll see how that works. See if it does not get knocked off again. My gosh. Okay. It is comfortable, but obviously feels trim on me. I will say also, I'm wearing a thick denim shirt here, so it is still easy to move in. I'm going to take this off because I'm going to blast it off. See? But you do get effects like this. Due to the lack of action back and underarm footballs, the jacket raises just a little bit when I'm raising my arms, but it's easy to do stuff. And even for what I'm considering a Vanson Simflit jacket, with this thick shirt on underneath, it's easy to move my arms, to hold my elbows in up to the ear, to use the phone, to reach forward. Kind of classic Vanson understanding of body mechanics. Part of how they achieve this is, from a measurement standpoint, while the chest is relatively slim, this jacket has about 21.5 inch pit to pit. It has a very big shoulders, 19.5 inch shoulders, or something like that. So they just give more space in the shoulder and in that upper zone, which allows for movement to happen, which I think is really cool. So here we have the jacket all the way buttoned up, and I want to kind of show a little bit about the slimness of it. You can see, yeah, how it fits and how mobility works on this jacket, even when all the way zipped. So arms forward is fine, and I'm wearing a thick denim shirt underneath, don't forget. You know, I can do all this, but when I start moving my arms more, you will see the jacket raise. Not a huge amount. I think that is due to the way they have the armholes done, but it does happen. Then, of course, if I raise my arms straight up, they come up a little more. You can see it popping over the edge of my shirt, then coming back down. Now, I don't always wear my jacket all the way buttoned or all the way zipped. It is easier wearing without that, of course, but it can still be done, and the mobility is still pretty decent, even considering this heavy shirt I'm wearing underneath. I think this is a good time to segue into talking about fit, size. I am 5'9", 175 pounds. I have a 40.5 inch chest. 40 is my typical size, and this is a size 40 Maverick. So I think the sizing recommendation for this jacket for most people is just to take your typical size. Take the closest size to your chest size. If you wanted to wear something heavier, like I don't feel confident that I could wear like a sweater or a really thick hoodie under this comfortably, although it could be possible with break-in to get it squeezed a little bit and to stretch a little bit to get it happen. It would be a trim fit to wear heavy layers under it currently. So if you do want to wear layers, I would size up. So for me, that might mean if I wanted to wear my heavy hoodie all the time, I'd wear a 42 in this jacket. As you can see, it is a short jacket. I really love the shortness on this jacket. I'm a fan of shorter jackets. These pants hit, really, they're not particularly high rise, and the jacket still covers and hits the belt. But if you were wearing particularly high rise trousers, you know, my belly button is here, so true waist is about here, you know, it can still look good with those. So I think that this length is a really great length for folks wearing kind of modern rise pants, but also works really well with high rise trousers. Yeah, it's cool. Let's talk about the style on this jacket being a denim trucker jacket. It does lend itself to Western wear, which I'm wearing a denim Western shirt right now, but it works really great with just a t-shirt. It works really great just because the denim trucker jacket is so ubiquitous and so just kind of baked into style across the board. You could really wear this jacket with almost any kind of style. Just, it's so easy, I think. Just picture how many folks have you seen wear a denim trucker jacket and how many different types of style. And while there is a slight lean into a Western vibe, it is really applicable to almost anything. Being leather, I think, brings it maybe a little more into the casual side, so you might lean more towards wearing t-shirts and jeans with it. All right, let's talk value, price. So this jacket from Vanson is one of their more affordable options. It's just over $550. It's like $559 direct from Vanson, which puts it into an amazing value category. It's right there with their Comet, which is another kind of simple design from them, a simple cafe racer style. And I think it's really hard to beat this Maverick or even that Comet, which is not the subject of this video, when we're talking about value, the value proposition, because the cost is right there with a lot of other makers that are doing things on the kind of quote-unquote cheap end in the 500-ish range. But I just think Vanson makes really incredible jackets that are going to last a long time, but also that work well on the body and are easy to wear, and therefore you can really get your cost per wear to a very good low number because you can wear it a lot. So that's how you get the value out of a leather jacket, is just by wearing it so much. And for the version from my shop is going to be more expensive because the materials are more expensive. It is a direct line between the cost of materials and the price at my shop. So I think my price is just around $1,200. It's an increase. It's maybe 11 something. I'd have to look at the shop. You can find it at dozbydell.com to see the price. But, you know, Chrome Excel, T-Core horse sides don't come cheap. And neither do the really cool linings that I use. And so that's just kind of the nature of it. If you're looking for the elevated version of this jacket, then that is just kind of the price. Kind of final thoughts and just stepping back a little bit. I hadn't worn a leather trucker jacket in several years. I had gotten one. It was a secondhand Aero jacket. I really liked it, but I felt like the leather was too thick. It was very hard to break in, and I wore it and wore it and wore it, and it just never seemed to be changing, and it never got more comfortable for me. This is part of what fed my desire to have the 3-ounce range Chrome XL horse sides for the one we're doing through the shop, just because that one that I had from Aero, which was not actually Chrome XL, it was some other tan steer hide non-Chrome XL leather that was just so robust that wearing it in the slimmer fitting jacket, which I did quite a bit of before eventually selling it, I realized, man, this kind of style would be great in a lighter weight leather. And I never really returned to it until this particular jacket you see on me. And I was once again reminded of just how great it is and just how nice it is to have a jacket. As much as I really love my biker jackets and wear them quite often, it's cool to have a jacket too that you can like, that doesn't have all the bells and whistles, that doesn't have the belts, that the closure is simple, that just has a lower spice level, like you may have seen on another video that I did. That's just like an easy jacket to throw on. It's going to be one of my new kind of go-to recommendations, I think, for folks that are looking to get into leather jackets but not sure what they want and want something at an affordable price range. I really do think the Vanson Maverick, just straight from Vanson, is a great jacket and is so affordable that it's really a wonderful offering that they make. If you're looking for the version through my shop, I'm currently in pre-order, and I have unlimited pre-order going through the end of October 2025 when this video is being filmed. And then I'm going to be placing my order with Vanson. So if you want to guarantee your size, you need to get your order in before the end of October. After that, I place my order with Vanson, and it's going to be kind of a standard size array for whatever slots don't get claimed by this initial pre-order in October. Of course, you can still get one of those jackets while they're waiting for production. It'll just be kind of, each size will be kind of limited in quantity rather than just whatever size someone wants to order being available. So have an awesome day, and I'll catch you next time.